I'm Isaiah and welcome to a random YouTube channel that's not the Outdoor Boys. In this video, we will be hiking up a mountain in the dark, setting up our own shelter from scratch at 12 a.m., making our own bread from scratch, fishing, and much more. Stay tuned.
Shoot.
What is going on, everybody? So we just got to our spot and unfortunately have about an hour to an hour and a half of sunlight left. But the plan is, since we have to hike around 1 hour to our spot, we're gonna maximize the daylight that we have here, and we're gonna go see some waterfalls and just kind of hang out for a little bit and then start walking once it gets dark, which should get pretty interesting. All right, guys, so definitely not Outdoor Boys setup, but we're just gonna have to make it work for the next hour hike up a hill. The good thing is it's not too steep. There are some parts that get a little bit steep, but let's just put it this way, my back's probably gonna be pretty sore after this. For some reason I don't have a normal camping slash hiking backpack, so I was just using one of the backpacks I had lying around at my house and just tied a bunch of stuff to it thinking it was probably gonna work fine, but it's not. I feel pretty embarrassed because I should know this by now because I did this so many times, but we're just gonna have a lot of fun right now. All right, guys, it's getting pretty dark pretty fast. We are by this creek. There should be a nice little waterfall. Oh, I actually see it. All right, we're getting pretty close. I'll tell you one thing, if you're gonna be doing this, have a proper backpack. Don't be like me who thinks you can get away with a normal school backpack or something. It's gonna suck. But anyways, there she is in all her glory. All right, folks, so we found ourselves some blackberries, not fully ripe, but not too bad. It's getting pretty intense. It's a lot steeper than I thought it was gonna be, and I'm getting a little blister already the first 5 minutes, so hopefully it doesn't get too much bigger. All right, guys, took another break. This is the second one so far. I'm sweating so hard. I don't know if you guys can see how wet I am, but I am dripping sweat. All right, guys, third break. All right, guys, so there's a canoe about 200 feet ahead of us, and if it's actually there, we're gonna save ourselves probably like another half mile to a mile hike. So hopefully it's there, because that's gonna be pretty awesome. There's a glorious canoe that just saved us about a mile hike or so. We officially made it to the other side, guys. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to be working with. Not 100% sure where I'm going to want to build this shelter, but I don't know if the camera's catching this, but these bugs are just insane. Everything's just soaking wet, though. That's the problem.
It's good that you're going to start the fire so I can catch all.
Shoot. Alright, well, my plan is pretty much going to be from tree to here. Obviously this stick isn't long enough, but then kind of pile stuff up on at an angle, and we could put these ferns on top because there's a whole bunch of them, so we can make it nice and airtight. It might rain, so I do have a tarp just in case. I could just huddle up under that and go to sleep. Alright, we're gonna take this and cut it in half. There we go. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot of an idea of what I'm doing here, but all I know is that figure 8 should probably work pretty good. And of course, it doesn't need to be too sturdy. It's coming down tomorrow anyway. The only thing that could go somewhere is this branch, because it is a little bit wet and decaying. So, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go and try and find one long stick that I could use to get across. No way. This is dead, guys, right here. Oh yes, this is what we've been looking for. This is coming down right here. Let's bring him back. All right, the next part should be relatively easy actually, because I could use smaller branches. I don't need thick ones. that's looking pretty good. Obviously not too permanent of a structure, but it will have to work. Alright. That's not going nowhere. I did just remember that I was really hoping for more logs so that I could lay a few across so it'd be more straight, because the ground here is super bumpy. And would you look at that, we got some more of this thin stuff right here, which is something exactly that we need. Alright, it's actually kind of coming along. Not fast, but it's coming along. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's looking good. So, a lot of people might ask, how hard is it to make an Outdoor Boys video? And in my opinion, it's very hard, because I've been working on this shelter here for about
7 years.
2 hours, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, around 2 hours, and this is as far as I got.
The fire took me 2 hours.
The fire took us 2 hours.
One of us did the fire, one of us did the
And
shelter.
alright guys, so the plans changed a little bit. Shelter right there is pretty solid. I mean, I got a bunch of ferns on there. Problem is the floor is super bumpy. There's a bunch of roots and rocks there, so it wouldn't be too good of a night's sleep because I don't have a mat or a little air mattress or anything like that. But if I was in a survival situation, I probably could get away with that shelter and probably figure something out. But I want a nice night's sleep, so I'm just gonna sleep in my hammock that I have so wonderfully set up. And man, does it feel good right now. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish this hot dog here and probably go to sleep. See you guys in the morning. It's around 8:30 right now, and it's a little chilly outside. I thought it was going to be a little bit warmer, so I didn't bring any hoodies or anything like that, which was a mistake. But the wind's kind of picking up. The sun is out, it's pretty clear. No, not a whole lot of clouds, but it's definitely a little chilly. Pretty good. Cooked it perfectly. Alrighty, so I got this 4-piece rod from Amazon. Just gonna put it together real quick. It's a pretty nice rod, especially if you're doing like camping. I've brought it here a bunch of times. Works great. It is a little bit on like the stiff side, I guess, for like trout and all that, but it's not too bad. Like, you could still feel the bites and all that. I just, when it comes to smaller trout, I obviously prefer more of like a light or ultralight setup. Our lure of choice is probably going to be this Joe's Fly right here. It's seen better days. It's pretty old. I think it's like 2 years old. And this is probably my most used spinner, so it would be cool to catch a brown trout because apparently they're here too. If worst comes to worst, we could use power bait. I did bring some along, but I want to try and catch one without that. That'd be a lot funner. Well, we got our first fish. Saw him follow it all the way. And there he goes. Alright guys, so canoe fishing was a bust. Our last hope is gonna be to try some power bait out. That's another thing you guys wanna always check, is if your power bait floats. This one does, so we're all good there. Something like that. I brought some flour mixed in with the yeast and salt, just like the Outdoor Boys. And since this is kind of based off their videos, I thought it'd be pretty cool to try it out for the first time. Pretty much poured in some water. Now just kind of massaging it through. I'll just leave it here for now. Alright guys, so the dough definitely expanded to about twice the size of what it was. So now I'm gonna try and get some bread out of it, even though it looks pretty wet. So I'm just gonna put this guy right over this thing here, and I'm gonna kind of let him figure himself out. Alright guys, so here we have some black honey, and here's the main part. I did burn it a little bit, but if you look at it like this, it actually doesn't look too bad. Oh, look at that. The inside is perfect. Wow, I'm actually super excited to try this. I'm gonna grab 1/2 here, put a little honey on it, it comes out, just like that one little line there. That's good. Besides the burnt part, it's perfect. I'm gonna try and rub off some of the burnt part on the next half, but man, this is good. It's a little hot. Wow. So good. All right guys, so we're done for now. We're gonna get on the canoe over there and just start the journey back and see you guys on the trail. All right guys, the downhill begins. Took us about like an hour to get to this point yesterday. Hopefully it's gonna be a little bit faster this time.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, unfortunately. All right, first break coming down. Whew, it feels nice to be without a backpack. Just gonna get a quick snack, and hopefully we'll get down soon. About 3 minutes left. I'm gonna go to the waterfall one more time, just get a quick thumbnail, and then see you guys at the truck. All right guys, so we officially made it back to the truck. And the question too, is it hard to make an Outdoor Boys video? In my opinion, yes, especially since I'm a beginner. It's pretty hard building that shelter, that fire, but in the end we got it and had a great time. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't, and see you guys next time.